I'm honored to have the opportunity.
Microphone is not on, and if I could just interject something, I forgot a minor housekeeping item. The state police has alerted us that Michelle Zeigler, who is parked at spot 3-423 at Gray Acura, needs to move the car to park level 1. So Michelle, if you're here, your car may become part of Return Home New Jersey. I'm sorry, let me see. Dr. Gasker, go right ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. I've been a Medicaid provider serving people with intellectual and developmental disabilities for nearly 30 years. Over the past 18 years, I've been the director and president of Developmental Disabilities Health Alliance. We are a healthcare organization specifically for persons with developmental and intellectual disabilities. Over that time, we've served nearly 10,000 clients of New Jersey DED, about 25% of all clients under service. In 2010 alone, we served more than 6,000 unduplicated clients who live in the community. We currently operate 5 primary care locations in Hackensack, Bloomfield, Toms River, North Brunswick, and Clementon and Camden County. We serve about 1,400 people currently with about 900 who have mental health needs. Given that we're one of the few practices that do accept Medicaid, we've been swamped with referrals for individuals who are in both the Return Home and Olmstead programs. Over the last 2 years, we have seen at least 74 individuals served in those programs, and I believe we're the largest provider of healthcare services to that group in the state. As an aside, we receive no funding from Medicaid HMOs. We don't contract with Horizon, United, AmeriGroup, or Aetna. Our funding is mainly from a cooperative agreement with CMS, which will end in December. At this time, I couldn't tell you if we're going to be able to keep our offices open. We're making plans to close our Hackensack office, and we're looking at the potential closure of 2 other locations. I wanted to talk about Medicaid and the impact of the Medicaid program on people in the Return Home program. I'm sure you know that in an ICFMR, they use a bundled payment model, which includes all of the services that the individuals require. One payment covers physician services, primary care, neurology, psychiatry, PTOT, speech, nutrition, social work, psychology, educational services, really everything. Because of the economies of scale, most institutions staff ICFMRs with physician ratios of about 1 to 75 clients. I'm sure you also know that every client of New Jersey DED has to become Medicaid eligible, and that every person who receives Medicaid has to participate in a Medicaid HMO. So when individuals leave their current residence through the Return Home program and come to New Jersey, they have to join an HMO and find a network that provides the same level of service that they received in a bundled model, usually in an ICFMR. That HMO has to provide everything: primary care, mental health, dental, in addition to pharmaceuticals, durable medical equipment, diapers, home care services, medical day, everything that's covered by Medicaid state plan. If you look at the Medicaid HMO contract with the state of New Jersey, you'll see that Medicaid HMOs have to deliver at least 4 separate services. They're required to maintain a specialized network of providers who provide both physical and mental health services to people with developmental disabilities. They're responsible for providing a comprehensive care management program, which includes a needs assessment, development of a care plan, referral, coordination of care, continuity of care, monitoring, and follow-up. The HMOs are responsible for implementing quality improvement programs and techniques to improve the quality of life of their members. And they're also responsible for designing and implementing clinical pathways and practice guidelines. In our experience, Medicaid HMOs in New Jersey do not meet any of those 4 criteria. And this has a significant impact on the success of people who are relocated to community settings. We looked at the 74 individuals who are currently served in the Return Home and Olmstead programs. Approximately 31% complained of lack of access to in-network providers, and 28% complained of a lack of care management services. Most of these complaints were directed to Horizon New Jersey Health because it is the largest Medicaid managed care provider in the state. And Horizon New Jersey Health in particular refuses to pay practices like ourselves for any out-of-network services whose members are unable to find the services that they need. They also do not provide any care management services at all that we could learn of to individuals with developmental disabilities. Both of those are clear violations of the state Medicaid HMO contract. Of those individuals who complained to the New Jersey Department of Banking and Insurance, we found that there was no meaningful response to the complaints. The DOPI sends the complaints to Medicaid, and I don't believe Medicaid has reported to anyone that they've received complaints from individuals in return home or in the homestead program. So we have no idea what's happening to those individuals. The primary measure of network adequacy and access to care is the quality of the provider networks. In a study published in 2013 in the journal called Health Affairs, an author named Decker examined the rate of physician participation in Medicaid managed care networks. They found that approximately 1/3 of physicians did not accept new Medicaid patients, and the range was 9% to a high of 54% in New Jersey. New Jersey was dead last by far among every state in terms of access to primary care services through the Medicaid program. The same phenomenon was present in regard to specialty physician services. The range was 4% in Minnesota to 56% in New Jersey, meaning that 56% of physicians in New Jersey would not see new Medicaid patients. California, which was second worst, was better by 8 to 10% than New Jersey. We were so far out there, there was no other state that compared to our state in terms of those poor access rates to Medicaid physicians. That information has been available for 2 years. Everyone that I've spoken with has known about it, and there's been no response by HMOs or the administration to address those network deficiencies. The legislature needs to step up and develop specific criteria which can be used to measure network adequacy for persons with IED, and require that New Jersey Medicaid and its contracting plans meet those criteria. That would include making sure that there's adequate access to primary care, mental health, dental providers, neurologists, and other specialty providers. We spend approximately $10 billion or more on our New Jersey Medicaid program. Only 80% of that is spent on healthcare services, what's called the health benefits ratio. The Medicaid plans are permitted to keep 20% of that for the administration and profit of their plans. That's $2 billion or more. It's a fantastic amount of money. But there's no accounting for how those funds are spent. I strongly support the Out-of-Network Consumer Protection, Transparency, Cost Attainment, and Accountability Act, because I believe that's one way that would provide access to expenditure data and allow researchers such as our organization to understand how those dollars are spent. But I have to tell you, the language in that bill needs to be changed so that Medicaid HMOs can't claim that the use of public dollars is proprietary and protected by contracts between the plans and their providers. We're talking about $10 billion or more dollars in Medicaid funds, which cannot be examined because Medicaid will not allow those claims data to be shared with anyone. We've tried through Open Public Record Act requests to examine that data, and we've been told that we could not obtain it. We've worked with CMS to obtain it for the evaluation portion of our cooperative agreement, and been told that the federal government doesn't receive Medicaid claims data that sheds light onto how dollars are spent. So I encourage you to incorporate that change in the pending legislation. At this point, I know there are a lot of families who want to present, and I don't want to take more time. But thank you very much for the opportunity to present this to you, and I wish you very much luck in your work.
Thank you very much, Doctor.